Hello, my stamping friends. My name is Holly Peterson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today, I'm going to show you a sneak peek of some products coming out next week. This is called Delicate Pines. For the Snowflake, I did pull the greeting from one of the other stamp sets, and I'm not quite sure off the top of my head which one that came from. But anyways, I'm going to show you how this card goes together. I have a card base of shaded spruce that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a basic white layer that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have another basic white that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I wrote the letter F on there for front. This is going to be covered so that since the sizes were so similar, I did this in a class so that the classmates knew which layer was for the front. We have some two-tone Pretty Peacock, and you can see with embossing it, it kind of broke those fibers. I didn't sand it, and I like that look, and that is embossed with the So Swirly embossing folder. We have a basic white 2.5 by 2.5 for our snowflake. I use the Elegant Pine Snowflakes designer paper. This piece is 1 by 4 1/4. And then we have another piece of a different pattern, 2 1/4 by 3. The item number for this paper is 166066. And I just love this paper. It's beautiful. We have cherry cobbler, 3/4 inch by 4. And then we have about 6 inches of ribbon. This is the new ribbon that's a pre-order. That'll be available next week on the 3rd. And it is called Shiny Ribbon. It's real red, and it's 165876 is the item number. It's shiny on the one side and then more dull on the other side. I personally like the shiny side. Okay, let's start putting all this together. We'll do our stamping first. So this snowflake I'm going to do with Old Olive. Stamp it on there, and we'll stamp it on the inside here. And then I did do it the same exact thing on the envelope. I'm not going to do the envelope today. Ink this up again. And stamp it down. We're done with that for now. Actually, before I do the blue, I'm going to go ahead and sponge so that it doesn't smear the blue if it doesn't dry all the way. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. Okay, so then I'm just going to come in, and there's still ink on this brush, and I'm just going to come in and do a real light layer on there. We'll do that on this little snowflake as well. Okay. Then we're going to take a smaller snowflake out of this stamp set with Night of Navy. And I'm going to line up these points here with the points on this snowflake. And I probably should have done my dark layer first. Those little holes do line up. I didn't get them all the way lined up, but I think it's good enough. If you do the darker color first, it's easier to line up those little holes. We'll see if we can do better on this one. A little better. Okay. I'm just going to die cut this. It has matching dies to go with it. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, now we'll just put this together. We're going to stamp the greetings with the Night of Navy ink on the inside. I like to just hold it there for a few minutes to make sure that the ink absorbs into the paper. Okay, now we just need to put it together. Going to adhere the two-tone Pretty Peacock onto this layer of white. When I emboss the cardstock, I like to go ahead and adhere it with liquid glue. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on the back here. And then we'll go ahead and stick this on our card front. And this piece will go down first. And then we'll put the cherry cobbler layer on. And then this layer. And then what we're going to do for the ribbon is we're going to kind of gather it. And I found that I liked to put a piece of tear and tape down. So we'll start with you sure might take your pick tool to pull up that backing. And then to start, it doesn't matter if it's really gathered, but I like to push that in there. And then you just kind of ruffle it. And as you go, you can stick it in that adhesive and it holds it for you. And I found that I still needed to use maybe a couple of glue dots to make the ribbon do what I wanted it to do. And it doesn't have to be neat. I think that it adds some character if it's not 100% perfect. And then I think I did cut that edge. Oh, as I said that, it just popped up here. That one might need a glue dot. We'll just make it behave. I think we need a little glue dot here. And maybe that one should be covered, but we'll go ahead and make it. There, I think that's good. And then I'm going to use dimensionals to put the snowflake on. And I'm just going to use 3. Maybe if I can get them unstuck from my fingers. I put packing tape over the back of it so that when you peel it off, it takes all the backings off for you. But when you get down to the end like that, it can be a little tricky. So we'll just put this on right there. I might need another dimensional. There we go. Okay, and then for the center, I just used some pearls. And I don't know if this one has. So we'll just add a couple of bigger ones. And then for these little ones, I'm going to take the light cherry cobbler. Looks like I need to replace that one. That's what happens when you let them use it in class. But that's okay. Let's try this other end. I like to color them while it's still on the paper here, so that then you can get the sides. And I see this ribbon decided to pop out. Oh, goodness sakes. Wanted to stick to my fingernail. Just wanted to clean that edge up a little bit. Okay, and that's sticking up weird there. Okay. And there we have a cute Christmas card. Oh, let's put that on the inside. When you switch out your adhesive, you want to make sure that you pull all the extra glue off of the opening here. get it off my finger there. Okay. There we go. Now we have a cute Christmas card with some upcoming new product available next week. Thanks for stopping by and taking time to watch my video. I greatly appreciate it. Bye for now.